Hey everybody, welcome back to another shared cockpit flight. I'm joined once again by Nick. Hi Nick, how's it going?
It's going good, you?
Excellent, excellent. Today Nick is taking the left seat on this flight. We're continuing on from where we left off in Portland, and we're heading up to Juneau, Alaska. Juneau being the capital city of Alaska. Should be an interesting arrival. We're flying up the coast, so it should get a lot of mountains and views and stuff. Bit of a headwind, so it's going to take a while. It's adding about another 45, 50 minutes to the flight time, but it should be good. So, I think it's time to head into the aircraft and we can start getting ourselves all set up. Alright, so as you can see, I'm sitting on the left side. We do get a little bit of weather. It's a combination of rain and snow. It's only about 2 or 3 degrees here in Portland, but it is definitely windy. I'm just going to take a look at where the last crew left the aircraft, and everything is looking good on my side. Alright, so I'm set whenever you're ready to begin.
No problem. Let me just set up my AFB. So boarding time we're going to do real. Okay, so can I have the cockpit pre-flight, please?
Alright, cockpit pre-flight, parking brake,
Is set
flaps,
up.
spoilers,
Are retracted and disarmed.
weather radar,
Is off.
predictive wind shear,
Is off.
engine masters 1 and 2,
Off.
engine mode selectors,
Is it normal?
thrust levers,
Are at idle.
gear,
Is down.
and wipers.
Wipers are off.
Cockpit pre-flight checklist complete.
Excellent. Okay, so if you want to do the cockpit preparation.
Right. Alright, so batteries are going to come on. External power. Design will come down, we'll check the brake pressure. Brake pressure is low, they'll come up once we get her up and going. We'll get a little bit of light here in the cockpit. It's a little gloomy out today.
Air Transport 6253 Heavy Portland clearance, cleared to the Wilmington Airport via the Lava 6 departure,
my side.
Pendleton transition,
Over here.
and then as
Nick will
filed.
set up his side the way he likes it.
Maintain 7000.
Over there.
Departure frequency 124.35. Squawk
Pedestal as well.
6610.
Alright, so the instrument displays are all set. We'll get the ECAMs up. Oh. Sorry, I saw you doing it there.
Air Transport
Sorry.
6253 Heavy, reback correct.
ECAMs are up. Alright, let's check the APU. We'll do the fire test.
Expect 10 right.
And we have external power, so the AP will stay off at this point in time. So crew oxygen supply will come on.
Airpack 1974,
Cockpit
Portland.
voice
Clearance
recorder
through to the North Bend Airport via the Portland 2 departure.
Is
And then as
good.
filed.
Hit the test button.
Maintain
That's
4,000.
fine.
Departure frequency 118.1. Squawk
Gears are now aligning.
4760.
Start getting the lights on. There's the nav and logo lights.
Airpack 1974, back right.
And the wing lights are on. Seatbelt signs are up. No portable devices are up, and the emergent exit lights are armed. You ready for us to start boarding? Nick?
Yep, 146 passengers. OFP request. Yep, start boarding.
Okay, I'll let the cabin know.
Portland clearance, good morning, ABEX 903.
So the annunciator lights are all good. Probe and window heats are on auto. You hear them starting to come on board.
ABEX 903 Heavy Portland clearance.
Aircraft temperatures, we'll give it 2 notches up, so it's a little bit warm. Today's going to be a cold one. We are heading to Alaska after all. There we go.
AVEX 903 Heavy, clear to the Cincinnati Airport via the
Electrical
Lava 6
ECAM
departure.
check, and we are pulling
Pendleton
off external
transition,
power.
and then as filed.
Nice looking good there.
Maintain 7,000.
Fuel
Departure
pumps
frequency
are off.
124.35.
And we'll do the fire
Clock
test for engine
1511.
Fire test for engine 2. That is all set. Flight directors are on both sides. You can look at the barrel. Current
AVEX
barrel
903 Heavy,
setting
reback back.
is going to be 2969. So we'll flick that over and 2969 is entered in. EFIS, I'll put mine on 40. We're good there. FCU
Portland,
set up.
clear the Newport Airport via the Portland 2 departure, and then as filed. Maintain
Initial
4,000.
climb will be
Departure
to
frequency 118.1,
feet,
clock
unless we're told
4654.
otherwise. Radio.
Hello, 1968, reback correct.
8.
Airpack 1974,
Go.
eastbound frequency.
Alright, so the cockpit is pretty well set. I'm out for the walk around.
Okay.
So here we are outside the aircraft. We'll take a look at it. I'll do the walk around. Looking good. Nose wheel looks good. I'll skip by the tug here. Come to the other side. Looking up at the nose, checking for any damage, especially around the radome. Sensors. You've got your ram air pressure and your pitot-static. The pitot-static ones are the ones that are flush to the aircraft, like the one right in the center of the screen with the red markings around it, which is a do not cover indicator. That gives you your air pressure differences for your altitude and vertical speed. Then you got the ram, which is the little extensions that go out of the aircraft, like the one here with the circle around it. That gives you your airspeed indicator for ram air pressure. So that allows for the two different types of air pressure to help with the instruments. And then you have things like this, just a little bit further back. These are, I believe, the angle of attack indicators and stuff. You have them as well, like here.
Okay, stand by.
Pick up
Let
the
me,
wind and it'll
work
turn.
on that. Just stand by the
To give the angle of attack on the aircraft so it knows what pitch it's at when it's in the air. Which is very nice. So we'll carry on down. Looking underneath, there's the engines. Engines are looking good. Look for chips and dings and stuff on the fan blades. Again, we'll work our way out along the wing. See the nav lights are on. This is what we want to see. There's that weather. It's nice to come out on a nice day and do the walk around. It's miserable to come out here on a bad day and do it. Alright, so back of the engine's looking good. There's the gear. Look up into the gear well. Checking for leaks. Everything's good. Tail of the aircraft. Other thing we're also doing is counting the static discharge wicks. Making sure they're all there. There's a certain number you're allowed to be missing, which is not a lot. You see there's 3 on each side of the tail, 3 up on the vertical stabilizer. There's a number of them out on the wingtips as well. And we do the same thing up the other side of the aircraft. There's the gear bay, back of the engine. There's that weather coming down again. Hear the rain and the snow mix there. There's the vanes there. 4 on the lower part, 5 on the upper part on the sharklet. And around, around to the engine. And we're all done. Looks like we got a Southwest park beside us now. We do have live traffic on. We're checking out how that's working. It'll be interesting to see for the flight. Go back around front of the engine, and we are done.
46 minutes. Now that the cabin
All right.
door is closed,
Walk around
your
down
large
aircraft is
devices
good.
and your large devices are now set down and secured. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position. Passengers, air doors and departures cross-check verified straps and by phone.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of the easiest way to amend it and without messing up the
talk to
routing,
the,
but I think I got it. Just one more second here.
Stuart, when we came on board, the cabin is loaded. Everyone's on board.
Perfect. I'm just waiting for the load on the MCDU.
Okay.
And refueling is still underway.
In that case, I'll turn the seatbelts on. You got that southwest beside us?
Yeah, the only problem is...
No, unfortunately. I don't have anything.
As far as
You're right, no?
the computer
hang
that
on.
puts the routing through, it doesn't
no.
know how to... Because I have to...
I just have an
put it in the
AMF.
computer. It doesn't know how
AMF
to
are.
connect
Next stand
the
to our right.
Alcamont transition to
No,
Pendleton because they're...
opposites.
I mean,
The
they're
opposite stand
technically
on the
like separate
northerly runway.
transitions, even
Oh.
though it just basically
You gotta get a
won't...
southwest sit beside us.
It's hard
Anyway,
to explain, but it won't be able to connect
That's
to
all
two.
fine. Yeah.
So basically, what's going to happen is you're going to end up
Right,
being on
I'm
the
just waiting
Portland
for
2.
the
It's going to be
the
essentially
load,
what was originally
the load
filed
chief
as the
here to
Portland
get
2
the final
vectors to
passenger
Pendleton
numbers.
as filed.
We're
I'm just
still
working on
fueling.
getting that put in the
I think
system.
we're still fueling. We can do a quick brief if you want.
Sure. Yeah, grab the charts. I am just going to make that a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, I've got the. I want to start with the airport.
Yeah, there's right. So there's what are we on? So I've got 10-9 effective for 6th of August 21.
Yep, same.
Yeah. So parked at the terminal at the moment. I'm looking for pushback. We're going to be facing west. Sorry, we're going to be facing east because runway change, wasn't it? It's 28 left. So facing east.
Niner 03 Heavy,
via,
you are now cleared
Tango.
to the Cincinnati Airport via the Portland 2 departure. Radar vectors, battleground section, radar vectors, Pendleton.
Close, so we'll push back a little bit further maybe.
Maintain
Then come
6,000.
down, go on to Bravo.
Expect
All the way
flight
down to
level
Bravo
370, 5 minutes after
Yep,
departure.
Bravo way
So
down to
left.
the end of the runway.
Departure
Okay.
frequency
There are no
124.35,
SIDS for this airport, so we will be
Block
going
15,
direct
11.
vectors to Tatoosh, to Tango Oscar uniform,
Correct.
and then flight plan route.
All right. Should be a good one.
Flight, yeah. Flight MET 4171 to the box and
Apex
KB
903 Heavy readback is
Kilo Papa
correct. And
Delta
do you have
X-ray
the,
to Papa Alpha
your
Juliet
rest of your filed
November.
routing in there
Correct.
that I can just read it?
Looks like the
just to
route's
make
taking
sure
us
that
up
it
to
didn't change
the
anything else along the way.
coast. As we were looking at the brief,
sure.
we got strong headwinds. Schedule time is 2 hours. Estimated flight time is 2 hours 45 minutes. So looks like we're gonna have a bit of a wind. But the weather should be okay
Apex
up
903
near
Heavy. Okay.
Alaska.
I'm showing some other fixes
Fingers crossed,
along
because
the
obviously you
way.
give me a lovely approach,
Early
which we'll go
on,
into
I think
later.
they're just
It's yeah,
you
it's
know
gonna be
connected
interesting.
through J16.
All right, so it looks like a simple out
along
and
the
then
route. So I'm
vectors
showing Pendleton,
to our
J16,
route.
Delta Papa
Okay.
Romeo,
Okay, we're just waiting on
J16 again,
29
and then
passengers
Foxtrot
on
Sierra
the
Delta,
MCDU. Waiting for
J82
that one. Won't take too long.
to
Less than a minute, I would say.
Sierra,
And I
India,
can just finish
Mike,
programming
Juliet,
the weights
India,
after that one.
Okay.
Refueling is
J82
still
again,
underway. Let me just
Foxtrot,
check how
Oscar,
far away
Delta,
we are.
And
So we have our IFR clearance.
Juliet Oscar Tango for the Seagram 5.
Excellent.
Are you showing
IRS
along the way?
have aligned. Put 2,000 in the
ABX 903 Heavy,
squawk.
roger. Thanks for that, and it looks good. Have a good flight.
So we're doing an initial climb, I think, to go to 10,000 initially.
Yeah.
I can't see any terrain or anything in the area that would affect us, so...
We should be west of the mountain range, at
Yeah.
least initially anyway.
Yeah. How many people?
What's our fuel load for today?
Our fuel load for today is going to be 9,555.
Okay.
And we're cruising today at flight level 380.
Right.
Headwind of 92.
Yes.
Should be interesting.
Looks like, if I pull up the briefing. Yeah, we're above the tropo, so it looks like we're into the jet stream.
We just have to watch out for keep an eye on the turbulence for the seatbelts, I think.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, 23, 7 more passengers. And then we will have our weights.
That weather's closed in a little bit again with some rain.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but I got a rainbow directly ahead of us.
Directly ahead. I've got a double rainbow directly
Oh,
ahead.
do you?
Actually.
Yeah. Yes, I can just make it the second one. Nice.
And in fact, I'm just looking around now, looking out from to where we're heading.
To the Klamath Falls Airport.
Clouds are very,
Via
very
the Portland
dark.
2 departure. Okay, copy that. Radar vectors.
Yeah.
Martin.
So we
J189.
definitely keep the seatbelts on.
Klamath Falls VOR. Direct.
Didn't see anything about what the
6,000.
cloud tops are.
Departure frequency 118.1, squawk 4720.
That's done.
We're definitely running into the significant weather. Flight level. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of it looking at the charts.
There's
Flight
another
level
one that's filed.
300 is where we're going to run into those
Yeah.
heavy winds. Definitely above the troposphere.
Right, refueling is nearly
Okay,
done.
stand by. Let me make the
100 more
amendment.
kilos.
You're still 1900, right?
And completed. Right, so let me just finish it off
All right,
with
stand by.
programming. Trip headwind 92. And the block fuel is 9 point.
So just so you know, I'm just reading some of the notes about runway 8 up at Juneau.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got 50% frost, 50% wet sanded. So they've been treating the runway, and it's been liquid de-iced. So we may be facing a little bit of a slippery runway when we get there.
My day just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a number of taxiways that are closed, but most of them, the rest of them, it looks like they've been doing de-icing operations on them as well, so
Perfect.
we should be okay there.
Right, 29 point, 24.1 is...
Tango Kilo cross 21, go ahead, 10 left,
Yeah,
Sorry.
baggage and catering is done as well.
Yep. Just setting up the final bits and pieces. One.
Doors are all
Go
closed.
flaps one. Take off. 24.1 will give us 1.1. Trim. Deployment area. Where's that? Oh yeah.
So, interesting thing,
One.
I can't see what you're entering into the MCDU. I don't know if you had that
Oh.
on the last flight.
No. So is your MCD blank?
It's stuck on the, where you go into the ATSU menu.
Ah.
It's just sitting there.
I'm wondering if that's because of the version we're now using.
Well, it is the experimental, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, so just so you're aware, I cannot read the MCDU.
Okay.
Not that I'm entering anything into it, but
If I click on this now, are you seeing anything now?
yes.
Right. Okay. I tell you, I'm using the tablet or my tablet to put everything in.
Nothing is entered in. It's completely blank. It's like requesting the flight plan and everything. So none of that's been registered for me.
Well, I have a full page.
Yeah.
Everything's filled out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've
we'll
gone
have
it.
to
You've
make
gone
payment.
behind the scenes and done it, and it's not showing it
Yeah.
for me.
Right. I think we'd have to enter manually then.
It's already in. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so I've got everything in, so we've got our clearance and everything.
We have our clearance.
Everything is good. I will call for the tug.
Okay. And take off as per SOPs.
Sorry, say again?
Takeoff briefing. Take off as per SOPs. Unless you want to run
we are
through the
going-
full V1 rejection speech.
No, I think we know about that. And
Okay.
the chances of us having rejected it pretty soon.
Alright.
That's my throttles and everything. Something doesn't work. Just check that. Right,
Yeah, so I'm good.
Right, so
I'm good to go.
let's go for the pre-startup then.
All right, pre-startup. So, APU master,
Is on
APU start.
and started.
All right, MCDU weights.
They've been inserted. So we, zero fuel weight at 57.7, zero fuel weight central gravity 24.1.
Okay, V speeds.
V speeds.
I do not have V speeds on my display.
You do not have V speeds, so you trust me on this one. V1 134,
Okay.
VR is 135, and V2 139.
Okay, I'm showing 134 and 100, so obviously it's not copying properly because you entered it off. On the
I
tablet.
think if I remember the flight where we came into here, I had the same, and then it corrected itself.
Okay,
so
I'll watch for that.
just fingers crossed.
All right.
APU is available.
APU bleeds.
Are on.
External power.
Disconnect.
And packs are on.
We can whack the seatbelt signs on with them.
Seatbelt signs are now on. Alright, pre-startup checklist complete.
Perfect. Target is in position, so let's go for the pushback and start.
And we are cleared for push and start. Windows and doors.
Are closed and locked.
Cockpit door.
Is locked.
Fuel pumps.
Fuel pumps are on. They were. Here we go.
Okay, beacon light.
Is on.
Steering pin.
Is inserted.
Transponder, I'll get that.
Perfect.
This is an auto and TCAS. 2000 in the box now on standby.
Stand by.
Alright, you want to run the clock now or for takeoff?
It's chocked off, isn't it? So let's start it now.
Clock is running and we're ready for push.
Starting push. Releasing the parking brake. I think had the invisible tug today. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Clear
direct
on the
your
right.
attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate.
Clear left, and we can start engines.
You will notice a light
Alright.
when this flight attendant
Starting
fasten your seatbelt low and tight across the lap.
engine
Fasten
number
insert the metal
1.
fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate
Into
one of the
rotation.
several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you.
Fuel valve open.
In the event that the cabin is pressure and all the seat mounts will drop right in front of you. Start to flow lock the mask towards you. Place it firmly over
Fuel
your nose
flow.
and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others. Leave your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the event that the pilot decides to take us for a swim, a fashionable life vest is located in the
Complete
pouch
setting
under
parking
your seat
brake.
or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft.
I'm just
Right.
popping on the flight directors. They were off.
Oh, they were on for me.
And there we go, that's better.
Alright.
I was getting no...
Engine 1 started. Starting engine number 2.
Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
Into rotation.
Stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling,
Well, that started. It looks as though we can swing right here. That's, one goes to taxi down via
Yeah.
Tango, so we'll just make a direct flight.
Put down here B5. Okay.
Yep.
Fuel valve open. We have fuel flow. Bleed valve open. Generators are on. Good start, engine number 2.
Okay, continue checklist.
Switch to normal. And APU is coming off. Alright, pushback and startup is complete.
Okay, it's just stopped. It's still, yeah, no, it's started raining again. So I think we'll go for some anti-ice.
All right. Do you want wings and engines?
Yes, please. Yeah. We'll just do engine. Actually, we'll do engines for now, and then
Do engines
just
for now.
we'll take off.
Okay.
We do wings.
All right.
So.
Ready for the before taxi? Oop.
Yep.
Let me just pop out a set and turn off my nameplates. It just popped up for that guy over there. Don't want to kill the immersion here.
I'm getting nothing.
All right. Sorry. For some reason, when I came back, it picked up my throttle position and it put the throttles into reverse for me. So if you want to make sure they're set and idle for you.
Yep, they are in idle.
Okay. I just adjusted my throttles.
Yep.
All right, so ready for the before taxi whenever you are.
Okay, auto brake.
Okay, so auto brake. I'm calling it.
Is on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, auto brake.
It's a Mac.
Okay, spoilers.
Armed.
Flaps.
Set to config 1 plus F.
And flaps moving. And indicating config 1 plus F. Engine anti-ice.
Engine anti-ice is on.
Flight controls.
Down.
Approaching 15 heavy, Portland ground, taxi via Echo,
Left.
Charlie, Foxtrot, hold short
Right.
Echo.
Neutral. Rudder. Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Steering pin.
Steering pin is removed.
Alright, pitch trim.
After you turn the corner, you'll be following a Delta ahead.
It should be. We are looking for up 1.01. Just about there. So is 1.1 set.
Alright, rudder trim.
Is reset.
Alright, before taxi checklist complete.
Okay.
And
Let's go for the taxi
I think we're
checklist.
cleared to taxi, so nose lights.
Excellent. Nose light is on.
Runway turnoffs.
On.
Strobes.
Offset to auto.
Parking brake.
Parking brake is off.
And TO config.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Is checked.
Alright, and cabin is reported ready.
Excellent. Oh, I've got a load of aircraft just come in now, so we're clear on the left side.
And clear on the right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Bravo 5 on the right, and then it's the first left after that will be Bravo.
Yep. Try not to judge my taxi
Take
because I'm on the
via
tiller
Echo
now.
Charlie
It's,
cross runway 3.
it's a lot of getting used to.
What are you using for the tiller?
I'm using my
Plane 03 heavy, Portland ground.
throttle. No, not my throttle.
Plane 03
Sorry.
heavy, continue via
my side
Echo
stick.
Charlie
Oh,
cross runway
twist.
3.
Yep.
Flight 1415 heavy, wait for the 767
Very
to pass and then
sensitive.
continue via Echo 5.
Oh, they generally are. I can see your tiller moving.
Oh, excellent.
I think I see it moving. It's kind of in shadow there.
Okay, we haven't got long to go, have we? So,
Not really.
so this is
Looks
Bravo
like the taxiway is
6.
contaminated ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bravo 6 coming up. There is no Bravo 7, so after this one will be the next right, which is Bravo 8 down at the end.
Okay.
534 Portland ground, next left turn is Charlie 6, hold short, over 910 right at Charlie 6.
It's got a little bit of precipitation out there.
Yeah, let's get the
545 full short,
wing
runway 10
anti-ice on
right.
as well now then. And let's run the, we're nearly there, oh, the snow. Go for the before takeoff checklist.
Alright, cabin crew.
Notified.
Exterior lights.
Are all on.
Landing lights are off.
Sorry, yep. There we go.
Nose wheel.
Is on. Takeoff.
Anti-ice.
Is on.
Packs.
Packs are on.
TCAS is now TARA. Weather radar.
Alright. Weather radar is on.
Predictive wind shear.
Have a look, 2 seconds, I'll just maybe is in auto.
Weather mode.
Seconds, so we just stop.
Yep.
People looking down.
Yeah, I know. I know.
worried about getting over, so let's just wait.
That's why they generally wait until they're here.
Yep. We'll stay on the ground too long, too much snow.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
Weather radar?
Weather radar is on and set.
Or weather mode, sorry.
I've got it in auto.
WX plus T, right?
Yep.
weather plus turbulence. Takeoff
Yep.
memo.
Is takeoff enable.
Alright, so before takeoff checklist complete, and we are cleared to position and hold. So we're going to have a crosswind.
Okay, nothing on approach.
And watch on the takeoff, those gusts can be up to 24 according to the weather.
Yeah. I haven't done a good job of cleaning this runway either.
Hmm.
Obviously we go for a toga takeoff anyway.
Yeah. Especially with it contaminated.
Yep. Oversteer. There we go. Stop. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready, and we're cleared for takeoff. So, chrono is running.
It's up. It's running.
Brakes.
As required. Thrust is at 40.
I'm good.
And toga. Man toga SRS runway. Auto thrust blue. Whoa, this wind.
I know. V1.
Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Takeoff.
Yeah. Gear up.
Lower the nose, build up to speed.
So just so you're aware, it's reading my throttles right now, and
Okay.
so it's you just went. They went to 0 on when you started your roll. It just went. They just went into climb now when you adjusted them.
Right, okay.
That was interesting.
Yeah, you get some weird noises on that side.
Yeah.
Let's go for ultraviolet one.
AP1.
Cool. Where are we going?
Should be.
I see
We're
where you're
intercepting the line again.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, first layer top is at 11,000 with moderate right this way.
There we go.
Yeah, we have a
Okay.
-3 right now.
Yeah.
Like -13 stat,
Ready for the after takeoff when you are.
2 seconds. I should just wait for the flap retraction. Okay, flaps 0.
Speed check. Flap 0.
903 cleared, jet contact.
Just correct green dot. And okay, after takeoff checklist.
Gear.
Is retracted.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Are disarmed.
Throttle or thrust.
Thrust is a climb.
Yep. Climb. Autopilot.
AP1 is engaged.
Nose wheel lights.
Nose wheel lights are off.
Runway turnoff lights.
Are off.
After takeoff check complete.
Right, let's dial her up to 38.
Right. On up to 38.
Above the clouds now. 38 set. 38 in blue. So let's go.
So
let's
just
go
so,
standard. You've gone.
just so you're aware. Ooh, that's what I want. That's what I want. Standard pressure set. Because you entered the route in outside of the thing, I have no
Yep.
route planned in my ND.
Excellent.
You had to be the one with the fancy new technology.
I've been waiting for this for ages. It's so nice.
So
I think it's a Yoke controls thing, isn't it? We'll probably get an update now.
all I have is a direct line to the destination airport.
Which is basically what we're doing anyway.
Yeah, but it's going to be. I can't follow you on the. Well, I can. I've got my charts going, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Also a reminder.
Okay, passing 10,000, we'll go for the climb checklist, please.
All right, climb checklist. Barrow.
Is standard set.
Anti-ice.
Is still on.
You want 'em off?
Yeah, let's take it off.
Anti-ice is off. EFIS.
Cruise, that's fine.
Weather radar.
Is as required.
And landing lights, I'll turn them off. There we go. Wing lights are off. Seatbelts.
Yep, let's let them go to the loo first. Before we have to turn them on later for that wind.
Yeah. Seatbelt signs are off. Climb checklist complete.
Excellent.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can knock it up and move around the cabin.
Showing an aircraft 8,000 feet above us, but it looks as though he's just off to our 1 o'clock. Sure, we've got him.
Interestingly,
55
I
miles.
see that on your ND, but I do not see it on mine.
Excellent. Things are going well.
Why would that be? Should it not display on both?
No, it should display on both. But I wonder if it's a glitch with obviously you not having a flight plan.
Maybe, but I am seeing it on yours, and I have no flight plan on your side either. So.
So if I just do something, this is probably going to affect you. I'm going to just turn that. So you're just seeing a straight line, yeah?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. See, I've
now TCAS has now picked up the traffic.
perfect.
So if I go, I just turned mine down. That's fine.
Yep.
Nope.
I just see the route on yours. That's all.
Yeah. Traffic's now disappeared. Traffic's in. Right. The TCAS signal is popping in and out.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I've got him at. He's coming towards us.
I got him 2300 above descending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's working fine.
Yep. Shame you don't have the flight plan because I can see it on yours.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Right.
There we go.
We know for next time.
Yep.
All right. So we are climbing up. Not going to be much to see. We'll give you a few shots as we climb along the mountains, which you can see kind of through the clouds off my side. And we'll pick up again for the descent briefing and the fun descent down into Juneau. So see you again in a few minutes.
See you in a bit. Are you ready for briefing?
Yeah, we're ready. We're in, just as a point of reference, we're just crossing the Canadian-U.S. border at the moment.
So we're just just crossing Hanry.
Yeah.
8 miles away from Hanry. Then we go to, I believe, let me just look up my charts here, is Level Island, LVD.
Jet 365, where would you like to direct?
Just after there, we'll start our top of descent. I've put a range marker on there. Calculations say that we need to get down to 3,400 feet.
Right.
So 109 miles away. So I put a little range ring around there, which I think you can see.
I have that, yes.
I've also extended the centre line.
I see that as well, yeah.
This is going to be a very difficult approach. So I'm looking at chart for the RNAV Victor for runway 8, 4th of May 18, 12-1.
I have that chart, yes.
Okay, so I've rerouted slightly because the original flight plan was taking us to Ogilvy. So we're now going from Level Island to Elephant.
Yes.
Then across to Nimble.
Yes.
Then to Ogilvy and following that way. I want to be at 3,400 by Elephant, purely because of the complex approach that we're going to be doing. I just want to be fully configured by Ogilvy. So we need to be at Mene at 2,700.
Right, and you have put the Sister Island VOR in on VOR 1?
Yes, I have.
I was just discussing your company
So
and a
that's
couple
in
others
there,
have gone through 07
ready.
during the winter conditions here for what would typically
then
look like weather that we'd expect you guys to
the
get.
angle,
The
the descent angle is 3.08, so we'll do 3.1. I just keep an eye on it.
Right.
Now, if we look at the airport chart, which is looking at this, is plate 10-9, 26th of November 21.
Got it.
If we look to the left of that, we can notice they have got some signal flashes. One over Battleship Island.
Yep.
And then there's another 2 on the way in. Now I'm not too sure whether they're modelled, but we'll obviously keep an eye out for them. I'll bring it in. Obviously we've got that, you can see that turn. We've just got to go to 8.
Hang on a second, I just got to do something with ATC here. I just got notification. Very inconvenient of them to call at this time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, continue.
No worries. So, looking at landing, then I've set auto brake to low, and we'll look to vacate Echo Foxtrot.
Right. And as we were discussing earlier, the flight plan from the planners show that they have been treating the runways and taxiways with sand and de-icing fluids, so it's definitely going to be a contaminated runway when we land.
Yes. Yep. It's not looking good. That'll be our taxiway. We'll try and vacate there, and then I think you were saying, I can't remember what stand you were saying we were going to go to. We're going to go to the terminal area.
Nothing assigned, but we'll head to the terminal where the control tower is. So probably best bet would be left on Alpha, and then in at Charlie 1, and we'll see what's available on the apron. And the apron's reported packed snow as well, so
excellent.
We'll see how that is.
It's getting better and better.
It is. So do you want to review the missed approach?
Yep, missed approach is we're going to climb left, and it has to be left straight away. There is high terrain in the area. If you notice on the approach chart, the highest point is actually 6,697 feet.
Yeah, MSA of 8,400 for the entire area.
Yeah. So we need to get up to 9,000, turn left at direct to Mugs. On a track for 281 to chill, and then we'll hold there and we'll just reassess, because there's a lot of terrain around.
Right.
Should make for interesting viewing as you come in. Some great scenery.
So it looks like we can do an initial track out at 281 and then set a direct to Mugs after that if you have to go around, at least to get us pointed in the right direction.
Yeah.
And so if we do have the missed approach, I'll already have 9,000 foot preset. Once we're down close, and then if need be, I'll dial in 281 as a heading that we can use to get out.
Obviously that's a missed approach and not a go around, so if we do have to go around because of this tight turn, which does worry me slightly, we will, I think, I can't really see much on the chart, but I think we'd be better off going down the valley. You see that valley?
Southeast and climb out that way?
Yeah, southeast and climb out that way, and then get above MSA and work out some plan of action.
Yeah, there's no circle to land authorized north. Obviously, we've got that high ground to the northeast, so that would be probably a best bet. And it looks like, at least initially, 3,500 foot for the highest terrain, so
yeah,
we should be okay there. So I've got the current weather. Current weather almost an hour ago, 270 at 3 knots, 10 miles, 10 mile visibility, few clouds at 200 feet, broken at 10,000. It's minus 12, minus 14 is the dew point, and 2989er is the current barrel.
2989er current barrel there, and precision height I've put in as 1,880.
Yes.
That should all be showing up on yours now. I've typed that in manually.
Alaska 551, Vancouver Center, hello, confident, hold 200.
Correct, I see it all.
Excellent. I'll control, it'll be easier for me to control flaps, etc.
Okay, we'll just do confirmation speed checks.
Yep. Any questions?
Keep an eye out. No questions.
That one ready, sir.
The only other thing that I noticed, obviously, there is a cold temperature altitude correction required below minus 13. So should we get a METAR coming in between now and descent, there is a chart that will give us a correction which we've already worked out. Instead of going down to 3,400, go down to 3,750.
Let me grab that chart and I'll just confirm.
At the moment, we're looking at minus 12, so it says on the chart below minus 13, at or below minus 13, so we're okay at the moment.
So we're looking at a 3,500 foot or 3,400 foot. Close to 3,500 is close enough to split the difference. Minus 10 degrees. Minus 13 it comes into effect, but at minus 10 degrees, if we come across and we look, we're looking at about a 340 foot or 340 foot offset. So instead of 3,400, we'd need to go 3,750, 3,800 feet in order to get the proper altitude. Roughly. Yeah, we should get one more METAR before we land. So we'll keep an eye on that. So if we do have to adjust, it'll be 3,800. If we don't, it'll be 3,400.
Yeah, the sun's coming down, so I'm expecting temperatures to drop. So.
Okay. We're over Ketchikan now into glacier country. Turbulence is kicking back up again. I'm going to turn the seatbelt sign zone.
Descents in 80, 90 miles, so we may as well just keep that on now.
Yeah.
Gives the cabin crew a chance to get everything stowed properly because it could get bouncy.
Alright, now we're just waiting for the descent. I got a comment on one of the videos, one of my older ones, where I did one of the VATSIM ones, so it was like sit and listen to VATSIM.
Oh yeah.
And the guy wrote back on, they talk too fast, I could never follow it, and there's too much information and going, and then some of the accents and stuff, and I'm like, well, I wrote him back, and I'm like, you know, it goes fast because there's a lot of information, a lot of aircraft, and the accents are part of it, what you have to deal with when you travel around the world. I don't know where that one you listened to, I recorded it at. But what I've started doing as well is I've gone in on observer mode at some of the events and just set up the camera and recorded for an hour and listened. So I did Brussels, I had ground on. It was a foggy day in Brussels, and I had the camera set up with 2 taxiways converging, so you could see all the aircraft taxiing. And I just let it run for an hour, and you could hear everything. I did that one. I've done. I did Gatwick Tower, Edinburgh Tower during an event, and it was just a constant flow of airplanes. So just so people can hear it.
Oh yeah. It does get busy.
Yep.
269, contact
The Americans are always so fast though. That gets me every time.
Well, over here in North America, it's very regimented what's being said.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're reading a script. So everyone knows what should be coming. And it's only when it goes off of that people, they slow down and go, what? No, we should be descending, not climbing. But they know what to expect and everything, so it's just like confirmation.
I think HC said that the other day, if you... The best thing to happen is that they tell you to do something that you were already expecting to do.
Yep.
And you'd already planned in advance.
Yep.
And the only time to get worried is when it's not what you were expecting.
Well, it's the same as when we depart, when I get my clearance. I've got it all written out.
Yeah.
Altitudes, runways, SIDS, whatever that I can get. And I'm just sitting there going, and he goes, yeah, you're cleared via the whatever departure. And I just check mark, yep, and runway, yep, and this, and yep, and yep, and yep. And then I can just read it back. The only thing basically I write down is the squawk code. Everything else I should have figured out.
Everything is written down, and then basically when they give me the clearance, I tick what they've given me, so that's what I read back.
Yeah, it's the same with approaches. You should know roughly what's going on. And that's what threw me the other day going into Amsterdam, was when he had me go to a VOR which wasn't on the route.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
What?
And that's what threw me off there.
That's done. Right. Oh, we're getting thrown around a bit now.
Yep.
So 18... No, less than that, isn't it? 875 miles?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. Bring that in a bit. That's done. That's on. Terrain radar doesn't work.
Nope.
Doesn't even light up.
Nope, which is a shame because we could kind of use it for this one.
Yep. That's on. The one thing we have got is TCAS, but there's nothing around. I saw that one plane and that was it.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
It's been quiet.
Have a great day. 19-7, I hope.
Estimated arrival time is 1 hour from now.
Really?
Wow, estimated. Let's see what happens.
A310 Vancouver Center, runway 08 and information kilo.
What was the trip wind you put in?
92.
Yeah, 94 right now.
235 through 8,000, 6,000, heading 330.
I'm wondering whether this is where this buggers things up, because I'm at 86, 87.
200, 235.
Headwind?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think this relies a lot on everything being synced spot on.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't make that much difference.
No.
Again, fuel's not an issue. Imagine doing this in the DC-6.
Oh God, no. A nightmare.
They do it. They got a lot of these old multi-engine prop cargo planes running up here.
Okay, 235, proceed direct Bella Cool Airport.
It's low, isn't it? It's low, and it's,
Yep.
you're going to get thrown around so much.
Yep.
I couldn't work that. That wouldn't interest me one iota. So it'll be interesting to see if we get the brick. I haven't had the brick for a long time.
Better 6
Come and go. Obviously, it's the first time we've flown this version.
I
so
usually
I've
start
lost
doing it
signal.
visually. So there's no other VORs or anything. Interesting.
Yeah, there's nothing in this one, is there?
No.
I mean, there are there's no Pappers, is there? No.
No, I'm not seeing any indicated on the chart.
But you knew this, you knew this when you picked the airport, and you went, oh, do you want to fly, Nick? Do you want to go in the left-hand seat?
Nope. It wasn't until after I went and looked and went, ooh, maybe not. Okay, there's VASI lights.
Yes.
Contact Vancouver Center, 13235.
13235, control 1 medevac.
We're just gonna, it's gonna be a slam or whatever. We'll just pretend, we can't pretend it's cargo and no passengers, can we?
So the VASI light angle is 3.5 degrees.
Yes, because they don't match up, does it? It says here or something.
Aligned approximately 13 degrees right of runway centerline and is not visible on runway centerline.
0, contact Vancouver Center, 135.
Unusable beyond 6 degrees left of course. Oh, that's wonderful.
And and descent angles are not coincident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know why they bother wasting money on them.
GPS 9727 Heavy, Vancouver
God, we're
Center,
doing this in the day and not at night.
Oh yeah.
This
This is a night flight according to the schedule, but I think it should have been coming in here at or leaving Portland at 8 o'clock.
No.
Quarter to 8 at night. So it was like, nah, let's do it during the day.
So do you have some kind of approach on your this way or not?
I mean, I've got the markers. I've got elephant, and then I think it's I can't see beyond. Let's see if I dial that up. I think it's just a direct line to the airport from there. Yeah. So. My life is in your hands.
Great.
Thank you, Vincent. Good morning, Golf Sierra, Big 7 November, X-ray, flight level 430, reaching booth.
Golf Big 7 November, X-ray, Vancouver Center, good morning, descend flight level 290.
Descend flight level 290, Golf November,
November, X-ray, thank you.
Vancouver Center, Japan 8, heavy,
Flight 03.
Navs don't worry me that much anymore. Our navs don't worry me much that anymore.
Heavy Link, Lieutenant, good morning.
Good morning.
Just this R nav with a nice little turn.
Yeah.
10, descent 10,000.
Is that a mark?
Vancouver open at 2966. That descent is 1 ready.
100,000 to 176, hello, taxi.
EPS 9727, contact.
Have you got the chart up in front of you?
Seattle Channel 125, decimal.
So, where it says mole, the molar, whatever it is,
Yeah.
there's an M.
Alright, we'll go direct to Spokane.
Now, is that for missed approach, or is that a marker of some description?
That would be the middle marker.
Right, so at least I can listen to that.
Yeah, that should go off when you cross
27, heavy there.
Molar. 2.2 miles out from the other runway. It's about right for a middle marker.
Yeah. So we'll get some audio for that anyway.
All right, so we're about 20 miles out from our top of descent. Do you want to go right down to 3,400, or do you want to do an intermediate altitude?
I think we'll go straight down to 34, to be fair. Just keep an eye on the terrain. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we can do that.
Glacier 560, contact
But the problem is with no star, it's hard to see what the how high the terrain is around. On Navigraph, obviously, I've got Elephant Island, or Sister Island, and we're crossing over.
Well, we're coming in over an island and kind of up a channel at the end.
Yeah.
So we should have visual.
Yeah.
Current METAR just came in. Winds are calm again, 0 at 0.
Nice.
10 miles visibility. There's mist and fog in the area. Scattered at 11,000. So it looks like that low-level cloud, those few clouds have turned into mist and fog. Still 10 miles visibility, so I'm not sure how thick it is. It's still minus 12.
Perfect.
29090 is the current. So the fog is to the south of the airport, southeast and southwest. So it should be off to our right as we approach the airport.
Okay.
But we'll see how it goes.
See how it is.
That's the current weather.
Excellent, thank you.
I don't know if you want to update the approach data.
I have. I just haven't changed the wheels. It's only 3 knots, so I'll just leave it in for now.
Channel 18, heavy Vancouver, Lieutenant, good morning.
Morning.
We are ready to descend on your say.
Okay. We've got a bit of a, because of this headwind. I'm not at my point yet. I'm not sure what you are.
95 knots.
Yeah, I'm going to 100 now. So I might just wait till we're slightly past that point.
Okay.
68 descend 17,000, DTAC altimeter 29er, flight 7.
I'll set for a 2,000 vertical speed.
Roger.
Sounds good to me.
Flight 210, Japan 18, heavy.
Let me overlay that chart. Sister Island is 112. Let's wait till we get to 100, I think.
Okay.
still got, what was it, 15 miles, a further 15 miles after we reach Sister Island to descend to 3,400 if needed, but
Okay.
with this wind.
Japan Air 18, proceed direct to Keene.
It's thrown around a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Japan
are.
Air 18, thank you. Descent 17.
Seatbelt sign is still on.
Thank you. Altimeter
Yep,
296.
That's good.
Japan Air 18, Roger. And expedite your descent until you're below flight level 2, pressure 190.
So you ready for the descent checklist?
Yeah, let's go for it.
MCDU landing performance.
Has been reviewed.
TCAS is set below.
Yes, to below.
Approach briefing.
Completed.
Nav aids.
We've got Sister Island in, that's it.
Yep. Anti-ice.
Let's leave it off for now.
Right, anti-ice is off. EFIS.
It's
November
constraints.
X-ray, descent 10, thank you. Altimeter 296.
Seatbelt signs are on.
On.
Alright.
It's
And to the
10,
line.
Alpha 10 miles off 299.
100 knots, or 100 nautical miles out.
Victor
Yep,
November.
let's start our descent.
Alright, starting our descent. 2,000 foot per minute descent started.
27, 1,900, climb 3,000. Alright, 25, 20 temperature, and we'll get you identified climb 6,000. But hit 6,000, it's 25,000.
So for those of you watching, you cannot see the route on my side. Something we found as we were doing this, and it's the first time,
Yep.
is fly-by-wire have inputted a system where that you can pair a tablet or something in and use it as your MCDU.
120,
Nick has done that when he was planning in everything, as you probably heard when we were doing our preps back at Portland. However, it appears that that information is not passed forward through to the McDo's through the Your Controls program. So while Nick can see everything properly on his side, unlike if he'd done it manually through the McDo where I'd be able to see it, I can't. So anything that he's done that is not done through the McDo is not visible to me. Which is why I can see the information he's put in for the approach, and I can see the ring and stuff because he did that down here. But the actual flight planning was done outside and is not visible to me. And I've just noticed whoever sits in this seat usually is very bad with putting a pencil in the pencil slot because there's pencil marks all over the area around it.
Yours are much better on my side, actually.
Must be getting bounced around by the turbulence when he keeps trying to put the
Yeah.
pencil in.
Beautiful sunset over there.
Yeah, it's starting to go on. Should be a nice sun evening landing.
They are now
So I'm
landing
going to bring the
north,
cabin temperatures
and
down. They're a little bit
speed,
warm.
they want you to maintain a speed of 250 knots.
Get it back to about 23
Center
degrees.
68, reduce speed to 250 knots. That's Seattle's request.
Reduce speed to 250 knots.
Center 68, roger, and Seattle landing north.
Roger, landing north.
So we're about 80 miles to Elephant.
Victor November X-ray, contact shot of Expression Vancouver Terminal 1286. Thank you.
That's November 36.
Japan
122 knot headwind at the moment.
1251.
Should see a decrease shortly as we pass under the jet stream. I think that was it. We just went through it.
I think, yeah.
Starting to see a decrease in the headwind. On 103.
720 heavy bank, center, roger.
Wasn't me with the speed then, was that you?
Sorry?
Did you touch the speed at all then?
No.
I'm wondering if I get the same thing as you.
I'm in
the other day.
dash manage right now.
Yeah, it just suddenly came out speed at 290 and then it's gone back to managed.
Today on course 3105, climbing 16,000, heading 32.
Well, it should do that around now anyway, once we're below 30,000.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on a little bit of flood lighting, just in case.
Okay.
– 28,000 feet. Beautiful view of the mountains off to the right.
Clear direct, Portland, 8065.
See, in front of us, this is the island we're going over. There's this channel, which is what we're going to end up flying over, and at the top end of the island is where we start turning in towards Juneau. Fairly big island. Lots of channels. See the main inner channel running up that way. And Juneau is somewhere up, kind of behind my pillar right now. Not bad. I think we're a little high.
Yeah, the problem is with that clouds, I can't see what's below those clouds, which is
yeah.
So we don't have the no indication of what the terrain is like, unfortunately.
That's okay.
And obviously with the terrain radar being in op at the moment, it's but hopefully the sunny settings, they turn on the lights, because I think that's going to be a big help on the approach.
24,000. Headwind's back to 86 knots.
Yep.
5077, sometimes restriction 18,000 now.
We're 56 miles from Elephant.
We should do okay on our altitude by then.
Yeah. So we've got that leeway because we have come down early, but I just wanted to make sure. So we've got another 15 miles just to make sure that we get down to that thing, 3,400.
Still picking up the turbulence. Cleared to continue the approach for the RNAV Victor runway 08.
Excellent. Right, so my map has tidied up a lot actually, my route, so that's looking good.
Okay.
Few cloud. Let's get some anti-ice on, I think.
Engines or everything?
We'll go for everything.
Transition. And 29er.
9-0.
9-0 is set.
Set my side.
Set on standby.
Yep. We're going to cross this bit of water here. And then the next bit of water we see is where Elephant is. Which I think I can just see in the distance.
Okay. $16,000 feet.
Checked.
Airspeed of 290.
Guidance 25140, 600 East from Nvidia. Traveling for Delta 2991. Affirmative.
No start reducing.
Yeah, let's start reducing slightly.
Medevac
Go to
7 Lima
250
Mike,
now.
contacting Cruise Center on 127.5.
250 set. Through 14,000. $10,000 to go. $12,000 feet. Do you want to do a little bit of speed brake to get us down?
I'm going to leave that as late as possible, to be fair.
Okay.
Because I've got clouds in front of me and I can see hills and or mountains. I just want to...
So I want to make sure we're down to 250 by 10,000.
Yeah. Let me just do a little bit then. Yeah.
Okay, 273 Victor approaching airport. Radar systems terminated. Contact Juneau Tower and
A
deploy.
better idea once we get through the clouds as to our profile.
We have begun our final descent into Juneau. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat linen. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
$6,000 feet to go.
Okay, can you go to minus 1,500 for me, please?
1,500 set.
Don't know about you, but I'm going through this cloud at the moment.
I'm in and out. I can see ahead of us, but yeah, we're starting to get down.
I'll be
towards
happier
the
when
terrain.
we're below.
Well, we should, once we get over these this island
Yeah.
right ahead of us, we should be okay. All right, cabin crew have
Okay.
taken away the coffee cups and the meal trays.
Speed brakes are back in, retracted.
Speed 250. 8,000 feet.
Okay, so I see a ridge, and then I see nothing. So I reckon what we'll do is,
I see a ridge, then a lower one after that, and then water.
yeah. So then we can go back down to minus 2,000. We can start going down just before the start of this last ridge, I think. You concur?
We've only got less than 3,000 feet to go. We're probably good just to leave it where it is.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Juneau's off to our right here, so we'll be flying through the red clouds.
So that's the landmass in front of us then. So Sister Island, I can see Sister Island now.
1,500 feet to go.
Yeah, there's Sister Island there. Then that's obviously the channel there we can see over to our right. So we're going to go along that channel, then up, past the island on our right. So we're okay for terrain.
Yeah, we should be turning to 046 after Sister Island.
Yep.
Which is, I believe, it's the island out between the two land masses, right? The two islands?
Yes.
The small
yeah.
islands, and then we're going to head off this way around the bottom of this island here. Turning.
Don't know why we're turning. Let's just pull the heading bug and just go direct. EEF. Insert. We're going back to
Okay.
Elephant Island. We've back to Elephant or Sister Island.
600 feet to go.
Perfect. We'll keep speed at 250 then.
Alright. Are we in approach mode? Or approach
No,
phase?
not yet. Let me pop that in now.
Everett
let me
231
turn that.
Center Advent.
Proper one. Activate approach phase. Confirmed.
Leveling off 3,400 feet.
Yep. So there's the island in front of us now. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes, I see it, and I see where we're headed. I got the channel, and then I can see the island we got to go to the north side of, and then the other channel there. So
Yep.
it's looking good. You're going to monitor the route because in case we drift off again.
Yep.
Okay. I've got the chart up as well, so
Yeah.
I'm watching our positions. Alright, we're level at 3,400, speed 250 knots. We are in nav mode, and selected speed.
So we'll make that turn. Oh, here we go, and we'll start configuring, I think. So let's go speed 220.
Oop. Sorry, we're below 10,000 feet. Landing lights. I'll put them on.
Oh, yep.
We'll get turn off lights on. Get everything up and what it should be. Alright, speed down to 220.
Yep.
Speed set 220. Seatbelt signs are on. Signs are on. Landing systems not required.
Set out to 2,700 for me.
2,700 is
We're ready.
Set.
Perfect.
You want an open descent down to that when we're ready?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Speed going back to 220. Correct anymore?
220. Alright, everything's looking good. Speed 220. 3,400 for altitude.
Okay, can you preset 2,700 for me? And dial back to 210.
270 is set. Speed back to 210.
Okay, I don't think we need the anti-ice now.
Alright, it is coming off.
I'm going to go flaps 1.
Flaps 1 speed checked.
Activate approach phase.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
No other aircraft in sight at the moment.
Flight 501, accelerator contact 4 miles southeast of the Humber Reservoir.
Do you want open descent down to 2,700?
Yes, please.
Okay. Just let me know when.
Yep. From that turn. Okay, manage speed. And I'm going flaps 2.
Flaps 2 speed checked.
.7 of me.
Check.
Gear going down.
It was a little slow on that. I had to grab the gear as well.
Okay.
Gear down 3 green.
Thank you.
Advise when you want the descent.
As soon as we make that turn,
Flight
we're going to make a right-hand turn to Mene.
Roger.
Flight 501, Roger.
So we have to be 3,400 of me. 27 at Mene. Cloud there, hopefully that's okay.
Approach path looks good.
Yeah, I'm going to go flaps 3.
Speed check, flaps 3. Have the town in sight.
And flaps full.
Speed check, flaps full.
1.8 for Mogme.
Sir 31, change to my frequency 125.7. Sir 31, press gas out, maintain 10,
Starting descent for
sending to altimeter 29991.
Landing checklist, please.
EFIS.
Checked.
Terrain radar. Gear down, or gear.
Yeah, down and green.
25.7.
Exterior lights.
All
Nose wheel lights.
is on takeoff.
Outer brakes.
Are set to low.
Spoilers.
Are armed.
Flaps.
Our flaps are full.
Landing memo.
Is I haven't got yet.
Okay. Yeah, it'll kick in.
Hasn't come up yet. Yeah, it'll
in a
kick
minute.
in.
2,500.
Okay.
Radar altimeters alive.
Thank you. Let's get the truck FPA is on. And we're going to go for minus 3.01.
Okay.
Everett 671 Roger and the last
See the rabbit at the
71 will be on
airport, so
frequency, sir.
visibility's decent.
.5 to memory.
So as soon as we start down, I will set the go-around altitude 9,000 feet.
Roger that. .1 and down. FPA minus 3.1.
Alright, go-around altitude is set.
Okay, I'm going to bring us round ever so slightly. We're going to bring us onto the extended center line.
Roger.
Alaska 871 Anchorage Center, Roger, and Everett 871 also on frequency.
2100 AGL.
So descending 3.1. And landing no blue. We have
Roger.
landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
100 above.
Airfield in sight, continue.
Minimums. I have the runway in sight.
Yep. Can we get the anti-ice back on, please?
Roger.
Just engine.
Just engine. Alright.
Yep.
Engine anti-ice on.
Thank you. Increase that.
1300 feet AGL.
East 65, change to my frequency 11820.
Increasing the rate of descent. Let's do that.
Yes, sir, 65 William Mel, altimeter 29901.
1,000 to go.
Consider Alaska 7015 out of 10,000 for 200.
Alaska 7015, Anchorage Center,
Yeah,
climbing
I'm going to
maintain
turn. I'm just
5138.
looking at my height. I'm just going to turn.
Past the runway.
Just in between that.
We've passed the runway.
We haven't. It's there. I'm going to come and see this gap in the hills.
5148, contact Anchorage,
Okay.
approach 126.4, good day.
$500, $400.
We're over the terrain.
400.
Alaska 871, descend via the Neo 6, arrival Anchorage, altimeter 29901.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Right,
Five.
centre line.
Auto brakes on.
Versus green. Just missed that one.
Yeah. You can go to Foxtrot. It's the next one. Just up
Microsoft,
ahead.
you doing to me? It's right. I've got error message on my screen.
Oh.
Connected again. It lost connection.
Okay. This is Foxtrot here.
Yep, got it. See the markings. That's it. I think Microsoft should make that little
Emirates
warning
871,
the
cross
box
gas,
a little
current
bit
maintain
smaller
10,000, 250 knots for left.
But luckily it happened when it did.
29901.
after the landing.
Right.
Okay, after landing, tell us please.
Right. Yeah, I'll just run through it. It's just a flow.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Still sweaty a bit for that landing.
Yeah.
Emirates 871, roger.
It's kind of vacant down here.
Yeah. The traffic. Okay, so there's a terminal. We'll just take one of the, any. Looks as though we can take anything.
Yeah, the white terminal up there.
Yeah. Carrying on the next one.
Yankee Center, good morning, Polar
He's
238,
online.
X-ray heavies,
Thank you.
1,600, climbing level 200, heading 120.
Oh wow.
Climbing
You get that?
320, trained.
Yeah.
Or attention, Polar 238.
Whoa.
I think we broke the gear. I went like 20 feet in the air there.
Yeah. There's a.
I'll ask
Are
him
you
over
getting
there.
the same messages?
What messages?
Server messages from Microsoft.
No.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the server's connection is lost.
Okay.
And it suddenly said I've got hardly any. The scenery is very basic.
Yeah. I just all of a sudden it just kind of like we went up a ramp and then it dropped us 30 feet to the ground. I do see the Alaskan Airlines 737 over there though.
Yep. I'm just trying to put it in. I've got no markings.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Come back.
Reverse 871, turn 20 degrees to the left of your vector for sequence.
Yes, number 4.
It lost all my markings, so I just have white.
No, that's fine.
There we go. Just dump it here.
Best guess.
501 cross NAFTA and maintain 7,000, Anchorage altimeter 29901.
Cross NAFTA and maintain 7,000, right, 5501. Anchorage Center translator 132 through 10,000 for 16,000. Direct K1, not sure if I checked that.
Southern 130 to Anchorage Center, good morning.
Ready for the shutdown?
Good morning.
Yep.
Alright, parking brake.
31 6 speed
It's set.
Nav aids.
Off.
FCU.
Clear 52, Anchorage Center, Roger.
133.6.
Reset, yeah.
Core
Just checking.
238.
Right, yep.
Yeah, flight directors.
Is off.
Auto thrust.
Is off.
NDs.
NDs are at 10. And at arc.
Anti-ice.
Is off.
External power is now connected. Engine masters.
Now off.
Fuel pumps.
Fuel pumps are off.
Right, 871, reduce speed at
beacon.
270.
Is off.
And seatbelt signs are now off.
Off, yep.
Power's on. Transponder is off. And you can unlock the cockpit door.
Is open, yep.
And
65, contact center
parking checks are done.
124.8.
Spot on, thank you very much.
Excellent. Let's jump outside. We'll take a look at the airport here. Oh, it's one of these standalone stands that we have here at Anchorage.
Anchorage Center, County 960.
Very interesting.
11,100, climbing flight level.
There's a few aircraft around here, a couple of helicopters I see, and the usual stuff. But anyway, that's going to do it for this flight. Nick, thanks for flying along. Or actually flying the airplane on this one.
I'd like to request flight level 2.
And to everybody else, we'll see you on the next one, be it a stream or shared cockpit or whatever we happen to be doing. Talk to y'all later. Goodbye for now.